I own a quiet stretch of land with a big freshwater lake that's been in my family for generations. It's where my dad taught me to fish, where my kids learned to swim, and where I've put in countless hours maintaining docks, keeping the water clean, and making sure the ecosystem thrived. The lake isn't just a pond. It's spring-fed, deep, and pure enough that it's been used as a local water source for decades. In fact, the HOA subdivision that sprouted up a few years back relies on that lake for its water supply. Of course, they never bothered to thank me for that. Instead, they treated me like the problem. You see, I fish. A lot. I've stocked the lake myself with bass, catfish, and trout. But the HOA president, Karen, decided my fishing was unsightly and ruined the neighborhood's aesthetic. She even claimed my little aluminum fishing boat was lowering property values. One afternoon, while I was out casting, she marched right down to my dock. "You need to stop fishing," she demanded. I stared at her. "Karen, this is my lake. You don't make the rules here." Her eyes narrowed. "We'll see about that." A week later, I noticed something strange. The fish were floating belly up. The water smelled off. I sent samples to a lab, and the results came back crystal clear. The water had been poisoned with pesticides and algicides, dumped in at levels way above anything legal. Someone had deliberately poisoned my lake. I didn't have to guess who. Sure enough, I caught HOA maintenance guys at the shoreline with barrels in their truck. I took photos, recorded videos, and called the environmental agency. Here's where karma came fast. 2 days after the poisoning, HOA residents started complaining that their tap water smelled like chemicals. Kids were breaking out in rashes. Pets were getting sick. The HOA scrambled, trying to reassure everyone it was just a minor issue. But when inspectors tested the water lines, guess what they found? Yep, the same chemicals from my lake. Turns out the HOA had completely forgotten, or just didn't care, that their neighborhood's water supply was drawn from that lake. By trying to punish me, they poisoned their own drinking water. The fallout was glorious. The county slapped them with massive fines for environmental violations. The health department shut down the water system until it could be flushed and treated. Residents were furious. Hundreds of people had to buy bottled water and shower at relatives' houses. And when they found out the HOA board was directly responsible, lawsuits started flying faster than trout in a spawning run. Karen tried to shift the blame, saying I must have poisoned my own lake for sympathy. But my photos and lab reports told the real story. Not only that, but the video of her maintenance crew dumping chemicals into the lake got leaked online. Let's just say the HOA's reputation went down faster than their water system. Within a month, the board was forced to resign, Karen included. The neighborhood nearly went bankrupt from lawsuits and cleanup costs. And me? Well, I had the lake professionally restored, restocked it with fish, and went right back to fishing. Only now, I do it with a grin because every time I cast my line, I remember how the HOA tried to poison my peace, only to poison themselves instead.